All right, so we should hopefully be broadcasting this right now, and you guys should be able to hear me. Hopefully, we don't have that snafu like we did last time, because that would be rough, one could say. So today, what we're going to be doing is going over the idea of our therapeutic game master program that is coming into existence. And so, one of the big things that this has been a massive labor of love. Uh, the I would say the biggest thing is there's so much time and so much commitment going into this, not just from us here at Geek Therapeutics, but a whole bunch of other people as well, to really focus in on what this program can be and how we can kind of make it super super awesome. So one of the big things that I wanted to kind of go over with this primarily is the kind of like the overall idea of what we're going to be doing. So this certificate program is a little bit different than what we are doing right now, also with our subscription-based service. This program is going to be comprised of 36 hours worth of training minimum in that type of facet. So specifically, half of those hours are going to be pre-recorded videos that we have already completed, and we're in the finalization stages of editing them. And then the other half of this program is actually going to be Dungeons and Dragons playing, but you're also going to get a bunch of mix of other different things as well. So let me kind of go over this a little bit. So again, 9 weeks of classes of what we're going to be doing, and everything's going to be moderated. It's going to come out to be about 4 hours every week overall. And the first one is just like an overview of tabletop games, and like say for instance, homework's going to be like you're going to build some characters, and we're going to play with those characters. We're going to build them on up to the massive amount of stuff that we can possibly do. Then as you kind of go through this entire sequence over these 9 weeks, you're going to be able to learn from expert game masters. We have been introduced to a bunch of them, which has been absolutely phenomenal because they are all so awesome and amazing, but they're also so supportive of this as well. This endeavor to train mental health experts and other professionals in how to use TTRPGs in a way that can be very beneficial for clients. So, just a quick recap: 9 weeks, at least 18 hours of instructional videos pre-recorded, and then there's going to be at least 18 hours of actually playing D&D and other systems as well. So we're not just focusing on D&D on this one. That's going to be what we'd call kind of like our base, but there's going to be other stuff as well. So we have game masters who have played Call of Cthulhu. There's one that's like Changeling Lost, I think, that's coming on in. There's another one with a D6 uh, style of mechanics. So all those people are coming on in, and they're going to be kind of coming in and doing guest GMing as well for everyone. So what that kind of entails means that every group themselves are going to have a cohort. In that cohort, it's not going to be more than 6 people each time. It's going to be a minimum of probably 3 to 4, but there's going to be 6 people at max in that. And through that entire cohort, you're going to be brought through this entire process, and you're going to be given an aspect to focus in on that week, and then you're going to play it out. You're going to be able to play it with an actual professional game master who has, we're talking years and decades of experience to be able to do this. And some of these game masters have won Ironman competitions. They have done absolutely phenomenal things. So what it's going to be is they're going to have a primary GM. And that primary GM is going to be with you throughout the entire idea. And then on 4 separate weeks, I believe it's going to be 4 weeks. You're going to have the opportunity to be guest DM'd by a guest GM, a game master, who's going to come on in and kind of introduce you to something new, but also run you through what we call one shots. Now, these one shots also that the guest game masters are going to be coming on in and doing are also going to be streamed. And so you guys are going to get a chance to interact live on stream on our Twitch, which we are actively almost done, I should say, completing, getting all of those graphics and everything ready to go. But then there's also going to be the opposite side of it, off the things that are off stream that are also going to be able to be done, and you guys are going to be able to do that a little bit more in private and have some more what we call like intimate gameplay with our game masters. So you're going to learn things such as how to engage random encounters, how to do therapeutic encounters, what are the documentation that you want to do, session planning, ethics and diversity of TTRPGs. They are going to have a lot of content. And yes, Seth, there will definitely be some twitching going on. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And yes, you'll be able to make a character. It's actually part of the homework. You're going to have to make 5 different characters and then level them up with your primary game master that you're going to be working with. Um, most of the training modules that we have here for every week are actually going to give you continuing education credits as well. Not everything is going to be able to, but most of it is going to have a continuing education credit behind it because we believe that this is very important and your ability to learn and show that you've learned this type of thing gives credence to the area of TTRPGs as a therapeutic tool, but also the whole thing of what our overall mission is to show that geek therapy is an actual foray with professionals that should be taken with into consideration when we work with lots of different types of population. So 6 people max, guest GMs, lot of different types of things that are going to be working. And yep, kids on bikes and kids on brooms are part of the people. Now, the I want to let you guys know that these game masters that are coming on in to help us out have experience in everything under the sun. I have never heard of some of these things that they actually know how to play. And I do know that Call of Cthulhu has been asked required for one. That's you, Tim Judd. Um, so the biggest thing that we're trying to do is make sure that this is super comprehensive and we are ensuring that this is going to be very robust training. So our first cohort starts next week and they're going to be jumping through a whole bunch of a lot of fun stuff that we're going to be doing. And they're going to get experience like I don't think anyone else has ever been able to be able to get before, which is also one of the reasons why having these guest dungeon masters and game masters come on in and teach all of the people about different game systems that are going to be very beneficial because when we've been having these meetings with them, they've actually talked about like I actually think this game that I really like has a maximum therapeutic potential if it's used correctly, and we're like, cool, this is perfect. So you guys are going to be able to get a bunch of these different types of abilities to see what these guest GMs are going to be able to do. And you get exposed to so many different types of games that it's just going to be super awesome. And Seth asked a question is does someone need to be an active mental health professional to take this course? No, this is going to be for a therapeutic game master. So we expect most people to be taking this course are going to be mental health experts, but other professionals, I can tell you we have some teachers that are very interested in this and we're working to create something very special for them are also going to come on into play a little bit with this as well. And we're making sure that this kind of has a wide range of opportunities to kind of get going on with that. So, kind of in a nutshell, 9 weeks of classes, over 36 hours. Most of those hours are going to be continuing education credit approved with NBCC and APA, and we're about to have ACE as well. And with that, that's going to be very beneficial. Then you're also going to be able to get to play on Twitch with our guest GMs, and you're going to have to GM a little bit as well towards the end of it once we kind of get through everything. So, again, topic session 0. What are safety tools? How do we create characters that could be therapeutically inclined? How do we world build appropriately? What are the therapeutic encounters? What are just random encounters that sometimes have to come on up? Your guys are going to get a massive training on Roll20 as well. So if people want to use that, yeah, I can tell you have about an hour and a half of very explicit, like this is really what this game is and how we can do shadowing, how we can not do shadowing, fog of war, that type of stuff is all going to be based in there as well. And then we're going to kind of set you off in being able to get it all squared away with getting your groups started up and running. And this program leads us into other futuristic stuff too with our research studies that we are going to be launching this year as well. because that's going to be something that is important and has some important versatility to use in here. So everyone who comes into this program is going to get a lot of different experiences and a lot of different GM's playing styles. So you're going to be able to figure out what is the right one for you. Are you more theory of mind, or do you need a map? Do you need some tokens, or are you being like, hey, I'm just going to keep you guys on a Zoom call and talk with you guys through this and get it kind of squared away? So I wanted to just make sure that we dropped on by and had a fun little chat about this. And we're going to be releasing more details on this. Again, our first cohort's going to be going through this starting next week, and then we're going to be probably opening it up to everybody else as we continue on either later this month or early March is what we are thinking, because we want it to be set up and properly done in a way that it's going to be therapeutic and not just sometimes throw together. So I appreciate everyone coming on in today. These are great questions on this, and we're gonna keep on trucking over here at Geek Therapeutics, and we appreciate all everyone and all the time that everyone has in here. Well, you all take care and be safe in this pandemic. All right, thank you.